Daredevil. What's good, y'all? It's Ian Blosh back, and I just got done watching Daredevil episode 7. As you can see, I am dressed up as season 1 and season 3 Daredevil. Thought I'd give y'all something different this time. There's not much for me to tell y'all about the episode because I'm blind and I can't see anything. So that's it. That's my review. Nah, I'm kidding. But episode 7, for me it was all right. I mean, it was awesomely. I mean, it was awesome. It was intense and it was crazy. But I feel like out of all the reshoots that they were doing, this is probably the weakest one. Because I could just tell, like, for all the other episodes that they did, before the rehaul and all the other reshoots that were going on, they managed to edit around all the already pre-existing things that they shot for this season. They managed to edit around that to make it seem like that it wasn't shot twice. This episode, though, it was a little unnoticeable that they had to make some changes. I think it was very obvious on the part where Muse was with Heather, Matt Murdock's girlfriend. There was just scenes where, like, you could tell that there was ADR going on, and, like, you could just tell it was ADR. I mean, that's not a bad thing, but it's just like, okay, well, I can tell this is one of the reshot episodes, which is strange because on IMDb it says that Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead shot 4 episodes. So I thought that meant these last 3 episodes were going to be directed by Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, because they directed episode 1. But no, Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead didn't direct this one. It was Chris Hoyt, however you say his name. Sorry if I butchered that. That was the only part that I felt like was kind of, It's like, okay, I can tell this was reshot. ADR is not that good. The action, though, story-wise, I thought the action was pretty good this episode. We got another Daredevil versus Muse rematch. Now, spoilers, but they killed off Muse in this episode, which I'm kind of conflicted over, because I'm like, okay, well, I wanted more Muse, but then at the same time, if Muse got away again, it's just going to be, a continuous fight, and then he escapes, and then you got to fight him again, and he escapes. He already did it once. So if he got away in this episode, I feel like that's being repeated. I'd be like, okay, well, are they just going to do it again until he, like, gets locked up or he dies or something? But, so, I mean, I kind of get it. Maybe that was the only thing that they could do. So it doesn't become repetitive. Kind of disappointing, though. I wanted to see more of Muse. You know, Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio were saying that Muse does some very gory and graphic stuff in this season, and he kind of does, but it's not to the level that I was expecting. Like, I was expecting him to do a lot more terrible stuff. But I mean, he does do some terrible stuff. I don't know if I said it in the last few episodes, but I think in episode 6, you could see that he cut his victims' eyeballs out. You could see it too. They had no eyeballs, so that was pretty graphic. And it was pretty dark what he was doing. He would kill his victims, and then he would use their blood to paint on his murals. That's probably one of the darkest things to happen in the MCU, I'm not going to lie. Because, I mean, I think I already knew that's what he does, but it doesn't register until you hear it out loud, and you're like, oh, okay, that's really dark. But the episode starts out with Kingpin finding out that Daredevil is back! So, he seems like he's really pissed off about that. He mentioned a little bit of what happened at the end of season 3, how Daredevil imprisoned him, but still no like backstory how he got out of prison, how that all worked out. They didn't explain it in Hawkeye, they didn't explain it in Echo, and it doesn't sound like they're explaining it in this episode or the whole series at all. I don't know. I mean, we still got 2 more episodes left. Maybe there's still room and time to explain how he got out of prison, how he's back out in the wild. But he found out who Daredevil is, or he found out that Daredevil's back. But he does know who Daredevil is. So is he going to break his promise and reveal Daredevil's identity? I mean, what I speculated is what that might happen. Because in the 30-second teaser, we see Daredevil and Punisher team up. And they're fighting in Matt Murdock's new apartment. So how do they know that Daredevil lives there? I think Matt's going to reveal his identity. I think Kingpin. I'm sorry, I'm really tired. I think Kingpin's gonna reveal Daredevil's identity, and then they're gonna storm his place. But Punisher's gonna be there too. Jerry also found out that Daredevil's back, so that means he knows that Matt Murdock's being Daredevil again. So he said, "Hey, you're on your own, buddy." So that's pretty crazy. But I feel like you should probably be more understanding. I mean, you're the one that told him about Muse and what he was doing. What did you expect him to do? I mean, he's Daredevil. I mean, that was 60 people that was being killed. And, I mean, Matt Murdock has a point, too. He was like, the police are dicking around. I found him in one night. So, I mean, he's not wrong. And now Muse is dead, so there won't be any more victims. But I feel like Heather is really starting to catch on that Matt Murdock's Daredevil. I mean, she sees bruises all on him. His story doesn't line up. She knows that he's lying to her. Pretty sure that Daredevil got cut during Daredevil and Muse's fight again. And I'm pretty sure that's going to show up. She's going to be like, well, where did that come from? So I'm pretty sure it's pretty obvious. I think she already knows that Matt Murdock is Daredevil. Pretty crazy. What else? One thing I will say about this episode is it's starting to tie up some loose ends. Because there were some things that happened in previous episodes where I was like, are they going to follow up on that? Because I'm pretty sure I said that what BB did about the whole garbage mayor thing that she posted on her BB report page, that happened because she took advantage of her drunk and high friend and then took words, what he was saying, and then put it on her page. He finally called her out for that. And I was like, I mean, what he was doing and threatening to her was not very nice. I don't even know what he was really threatening, but I mean, at least he called her out. So I'm happy that he did that and called her out on that. Another loose end that got tied up was also, obviously, Muse going to therapy, because I'm pretty sure it was like an episode 1 or 2, something like that, where he has to go to therapy. And I mean, episodes have gone by and they have not gone to therapy. What a nice first good therapy session. Your client comes in, first therapy session, and he tries to kill you. But I did think it was kind of stupid that he just told her that he was Muse. He didn't say he did say he was Muse. I mean, he said, "I'm Muse." That was where the ADR, I felt like, was kind of you could kind of tell that was ADR. It sounded too clear, like you're saying it into a microphone. He was like, "Don't fucking call me that. I'm Muse." It's like, oh, okay, buddy, we get it. All right. So I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was kind of stupid. Maybe it's because he feels like, he like feels open and free with Heather, because he's like telling her, "You're the key. You opened my eyes. You allow me to be my true self." So, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but still, I mean, let's be realistic here. Did you really think that she was just going to be okay with that? Just be like, "Oh, okay, you're Muse, the serial killer. It's all right. Your secret's safe with me." No. Like, what? What did you think was gonna happen? That was kind of stupid. I'm not gonna lie. Because I mean, even if she was to keep it confidential between them, I feel like eventually she would get the authorities involved. And actually, if you think about it, Kingpin kind of saved Heather as well as Daredevil, obviously, because he arrived there and he fought Muse again. That was a pretty good fight too. It was pretty graphic. I didn't know that Daredevil's Billy Club could like. I mean, I kind of knew that he could like grapple onto stuff, but man, he shot that thing through Muse's chest and Shillian started dragging him. I was like, oh shit! Like, holy fuck! Some intense shit. But I did like how they tied in some of those loose ends. There's still one loose end that hasn't been answered yet. Who killed White Tiger? That still hasn't been revealed yet. I think it may be Buck, which is Kingpin's guy, like his assistant, I guess, or whatever. Something crazy did happen at the end of this episode, though. So Vanessa met up with Luca, the guy who's a bit of an ass prick, and I mean he's really disrespectful. He doesn't give a shit about anybody. I'm not gonna lie, he kind of got what was coming to him, but that's exactly what I'm talking about. So he met with Vanessa in like that secret place that they go, and it seemed like they were planning something. So at the end of the episode, she texts an address to Luca and says he's alone. I'm like, ooh, who are they referring to? And it was actually Kingpin. So Luca went to go kill Kingpin because Vanessa told him that that's where he was. So I'm like, did Vanessa really just try to kill Kingpin? And if that's what happened, did Vanessa know that Buck was there? Because Buck killed off Luca. I'm actually pretty happy he's gone. God, he was such a pain in the ass. He got what he deserved, I'm not gonna lie. The two characters that I feel like they got what they deserved in this episode was Luca and BB. I'm not gonna lie, what she did was pretty fucked up. She kind of fucked over her friend. You don't do that to your friends, especially when they're high and drunk. See, it's wrong to take advantage of a girl when she's drunk or high, but it's okay for her to take advantage of her friend when he's high and drunk and use his words on her page, and then he had to own up to it to Mayor Fisk. And who knows what he would have done if he didn't own up to what he did. So BB could have got him killed. So I feel like he has every right to call her out and kind of be mad at her. She kind of fucked him over. What else? Not gonna lie, I felt like Heather's acting, Margareta Levetti, I don't know her name. It's the girl that plays Heather. I felt like her acting was a little bit, whenever she was with Muse. I feel like she probably could have cried a little bit more. But I mean, it was alright, I guess. But she did try to fight back to Muse, which I thought was pretty badass. There was more Daredevil in this episode. I don't know how, what's her name? Hector Ayala's niece. I'm really tired. I can't remember names right now. I don't know. But I don't know how she hasn't found out that Matt Murdock is Daredevil. I mean, he doesn't even try to disguise his voice. He sounds exactly the same. Plus, he has a really big, bushy mustache and beard that looks exactly the same as Daredevil's. I don't know how anyone else hasn't figured this out. Unless you're a psychiatrist, a smart psychiatrist, and you will never know that Matt Murdock is Daredevil. I mean, but it was still a good episode. I feel like this was probably the weakest of the reshot episodes, but it was still good. It was just the middle part whenever Muse was with Heather. I feel like that was a little weak. I'm not gonna lie. I could tell that there was ADR. Like Heather's words weren't even matching with her mouth. So, I mean, reshots were a little weak. I feel like this is the one episode where you can tell the reshoots were pretty obvious, pretty noticeable. One thing I hope I did mention, though, is that Kingpin does know that Matt Murdock is Daredevil. And so, I mean, it was pretty obvious that Daredevil intervened whenever Muse was trying to kill Heather. Kingpin came into the office where all that happened, because Muse is dead now. I'm still kind of conflicted about that. Um, I wanted to see more of Muse, but then again, if he just got away again, that would feel repetitive. So maybe it was for the best that they killed off Muse, but I wanted to see more of him. I guess that means he's not the main focus of the series anymore. I guess Kingpin is. But is Bullseye gonna get out? I mean, we know we've seen images of. Well, we've seen new images of Bullseye, so I think he's coming back somehow. But it seems like the focus is Kingpin. But anyway, the anti-vigilante task force, they're like, oh, we're sure that Daredevil was here. And he's Kingpin makes up this narrative that it wasn't Daredevil or Heather that stopped Muse. It was the anti-vigilante task force. So even though Heather killed Muse, which that's a heavy burden to have. I mean, damn, you killed someone. Even though she had to do it, I get it. That's still a lot to live with. Like, holy shit, I killed someone. That's a heavy burden to have. But anyway, so she turns on the news, and Kingpin and his anti-vigilante task force is taking the blame, or taking the credit. But I know I'm jumping all around all over the place. I'm sorry, I'm just really tired. But the ending though, with Luca being killed, and whether or not this was a setup from Vanessa. There's two ways to interpret this. The way I'm looking at this, either she misses being on top and she liked it whenever Kingpin wasn't in the picture and when she was running shit. She wants that back. Maybe Luca was right whenever they met in that one place, and Luca was saying to Vanessa, "You think it's bullshit, right? That he's mayor. I can see it all over on your face." So maybe she doesn't. She wants all the power back. She doesn't like Kingpin the way he is now, because I don't think she knows that he's starting to become more like Kingpin again, his old self. I don't think she knows that. So I think she. Well, I don't think. It's just theory. But she may have sent Luca to actually take out Kingpin so that she can be on top again. It's kind of fucked up if she did that. If that is true, that's what she did. Man, I don't know what Kingpin's gonna do. I mean, is he gonna try and kill Vanessa? Probably not. But if he finds out that Vanessa tried to have him killed, that's not gonna be pretty for her. I don't know what's gonna happen to her if he finds out that's what she was doing. But the other way to interpret this is she knows that Kingpin doesn't like Luca, finds him disrespectful, and maybe he's a pain in the ass. But this one seems more like of a stretch. I'm kind of leaning more towards the first theory, but maybe that's what they want me to think, and this is a misdirection. But the second option is she wants Luca out of the way. So she knew that Buck would be there to protect Kingpin, and it was actually a setup for Luca, not Kingpin. So she could have sent Luca there, trying to make it seem like he's alone, even though she knew that he wasn't. So and Kingpin's back was turned from Luca to make it seem like there's no one there, and he's not gonna know that I'm about to come and shoot him in the head. And he didn't see Buck because Buck was in the shadows. So it seemed like he was alone until he wasn't, and then Luca got killed. So 2 people died during this episode, Muse and Luca. So, man, that ending kind of had me shocked, because it's like, wow, did Vanessa really try to have Kingpin killed? Like, yo, that's big shit right there. Like, yo, if he finds out that she tried to do that, I don't know what Kingpin's gonna do. That's fucked up. Maybe if he finds out that Vanessa did that, and it's like, oh, all cards are off the table now. You're gonna go and try and kill me? Well, guess what? You know that promise that I kept you where I'm not gonna kill Adam? I'm gonna kill Adam now. So, holy shit. Like, that was a shocking ending. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, oh my god. Like, did Vanessa really just try to have Kingpin killed? Like, I don't know. I'm really curious what's gonna happen. Still, like I said, there's only one unanswered question so far. Who killed White Tiger? I mean, we still don't know. I hope they acknowledge that, because I mean, it could be anybody. It could have been anyone on the anti-vigilante task force, except the anti-vigilante task force wasn't a thing at the time. It was just wannabe Punishers taking up his logo. So it's still not revealed who killed White Tiger. I think it may be Buck, the guy that killed Luca in this episode. I think it may be him, or it could be Victor. We haven't seen Victor at all since Buck appeared in that underground place that Vanessa and Luca were at, and pretty sure that was when Buck told Luca to pay Victor the 1.8 restitution for the hijacking that happened. I'm pretty sure that's the last time we saw Victor. We haven't seen Victor since then. I wonder where he's at. I wonder if he's staying low because he killed White Tiger. I don't know. We haven't seen Victor yet. Again, I meant. Wow. But there was some loose ends that they did tie up, and some plot lines they did pick up in this episode. So I'm happy that they did that, and I'm actually happy that Daniel finally confronted BB, because that was fucked up. She tried to make excuses. She was like, "Listen, you were drunk and high. Yeah, that's exactly why you shouldn't have done that. That's fucked up. That is fucked up. That's fucked up." Anyway, I think that's all that happened in this episode. It was a pretty good episode. I'd say the middle part was kind of eh. I could tell there was reshoots in there. The ADR was very obvious. ADR is, by the way, if you don't know what ADR is like, when they shoot something and if they want to add an additional line or something, or if they need to, replace a line, they'll like go into like a booth and then they'll have the scene play out for them, and then they can like do voiceover over the dialogue. So that's what ADR is. I could tell it's very obvious during the middle part of it. I mean, that's pretty impressive though. That was the only things that were pretty obvious about the reshoots. That was the only thing that I could pick up. Also, another thing, in the very beginning of the episode, that girl woke up, and I think her name's Angela, actually. I'm not sure. But she said that she heard Muse going on about his paintings and stuff. I don't know how she heard that, though, because she was asleep the entire time. That could be a plot hole right there. It's not a minor one, but still, it's like, but you were asleep. So how did you hear that? Still a really good episode, though. Just minor plot holes here and there. But, I mean, what show or movie doesn't? So I'm willing to accept that. I'm just happy we're finally getting more Daredevil. Because we waited 6 episodes to get Daredevil, and we finally got him back. I can't wait to see Punisher back. I wonder if he's going to be in next week's episode. I really wanted him back this episode, but he didn't show up. So in the next 2 episodes, for sure, we're gonna get some Punisher. Heather's gonna find out eventually that Matt Murdock is Daredevil. I think she's already onto his case already. I think she's already suspicious. I think she has suspicions that Matt Murdock is Daredevil, because he's using the same excuses that he used on Foggy and Karen, that he's bumping into stuff. I mean, that's not gonna last forever. And I'm pretty sure Muse cut him on the leg. So next time that Matt and Heather fuck, she's going to see that cut. By the way, they did fuck in the shower. We didn't see any nudity, but I didn't expect to see any nudity because it's Disney Plus, even though it's TVMA. But I don't think Disney would go that far as to show nudity. I don't know about that. But they did fuck in the shower. Disney is growing some balls, literally. But yeah, episode 7. It was an okay episode. I mean, it was pretty cool. That's what I would call it. I would call episode 7 a cool episode. The next 2 episodes, though, I think they're going to be directed by Justin Vincent and Aaron Moorhead, and I hope they go off. I know episode 9 is going to be amazing, and I'm actually happy that I'm keeping up with these reviews, because I'm really dedicated to reviewing these episodes for y'all, because I'm not really good at it, but I really love this show. I really love this show, and it's a blast doing this every week. So I'm trying really hard, and I'm trying to keep it interesting by dressing up and stuff. This is the only show that I've done this for. So it's really fun. It's really fun talking about this show. I just hope they answer some questions soon. The only questions that I want answered is who killed White Tiger, and are they going to explain Kingpin's backstory of what happened after season 3 after he got in prison? 'Cause we still don't know. I mean, are they going to explain that? I thought there was going to be a flashback scene where Matt Murdock experiences the blip. I guess not. Maybe that was in the reshoots that they decided to take out. I feel like that probably would have been interesting if they did that. I mean, that's in my Dark Avengers story. So, yeah. Anyway, so episode 7, cool episode. Can't wait for episode 8 and 9. I cannot wait. So, everyone put a smile on your face. Remember, you can achieve anything you put your mind to. I promise you can. You just got to believe in yourself and you can do it. I believe in you and I love you. All right. Daredevil out!